Hello friends, I hope all of you are doing well. So, in polity historical background, we had covered the part first. It was up to the Act of 1909. 1909. So now we are going to cover the next, that Government of India Act 1919. So in August 2017, in August 1917, 1917, British government had first time declared that its objective as a gradual, means like they said that our objective is like introducing the responsible government in India. So our act, that like 1919 act, uh, also called as Montego Chelmsford Reform Act, our intention is to like start the responsible or the introducing the responsible government in India. So this act has a following provisions. Like first, what they whatever the central control was earlier now, that was little bit relaxed in the provinces. Means like separated the provincial subjects, or whatever the subject now, they were separated, like central subjects and provincial subjects were separated. Then center and provinces, that legislature na, they were authorized to, they just not separated the subject, but they were also authorized to make the laws in respect to whatever the subjects. But one thing is was important, that still the structure of government was centralized and unity. Further the I will explain again. Now first what they did, they separated the central and provincial subjects, and they were able to make laws also. Again now what they did, they separated the provincial subjects again two parts, and one subject was like transferred and other was like reserved. So transferred na, means transferred government has to act with consent with legislative council, means like local representative, while the in reserve subject government governor was acting with the decision or what advice of the executive council. So that is the system of double government, like this is also government, this is also government. That's why it is called as a diarchy. So I hope you understand my what is meaning of diarchy. Then again first time they introduced the bicameralism and direct election in the country. So the Indian Legislative Council, it was replaced by the bicameral legislation. So I will again tell you, like by Act of 1853, so there was a Governor General. So this Governor General na, he had a, like earlier was executive body or advising body. It was again divided into two part. By 1853, this functions of Governor General na, they were divided into two part, like executive and legislative function. So legislative, in 1861 Indian got representation, while in executive we have just seen that Indians got represented in 1909 Act. I hope you remember all these. Now what happened? They again this bicameralism, this government na, executive and legislative function, they used to call as the Indian Legislative Council or mini parliament. They again divided it into like upper and a lower house. So that upper house means like state of the council of the states, while the lower house means like legislative assembly. I hope you got it. Now the majority of both the members na, they were chosen by the direct election. It is important to remember. Then three of the six members of the Viceroy's Executive Council. Remember, this is Viceroy's Executive Council. So they were now of Indian or Indian representative. Now they also extended the communal representation to Sikhs, Indian Christian, Anglo Indians, and European. Earlier, by Act of 1909, they had given Muslim communal representation or separate representation. Now they extended to other these like Sikh, Indian Christian, Anglo Indian, and Europeans also. Also the franchisee was too limited. What is meant by franchise? Mean like people who can vote. They were limited on the basis of like property. Means if you are rich person, or if you are paying taxes, or if you are educated, then only you can vote. Else you can go, like that. They also created the separate office, like office of High Commissioner, and transferred some of the subject of Secretary of the State of India. So Secretary of State, I hope you remember, it was appointed after the 1858 Act. So there was a Secretary of State to advise Viceroy also. So in 1919, another office they created, office of High Commissioner, or some of the function of Secretary of State were transferred to this guy. Then Public Service Commission, that 1926, that is our UPSC was established, that Central Public Service Commission, by this act only. Remember, this can be the MCQ. Then this is the first time they separated the provincial budget, and the central authorized provinces to even enact the budgets. Not only they separated central and provincial budget, but the provinces were empowered to enact own budget also. Then appointment of the Statutory Commission for the working, means like this 1919 act, how it is going to work, all these they are going to check after the 10 years. That's why they said that there will be like Statutory Commission. Under this they had appointed the Simon Commission, but Simon Commission was appointed before 10 years only. Then Government of India Act 1935. So with this act there were now next act, the Government of India Act 1935. So this act has a 321 section and 10 schedules. Remember, this act has a 321 section and 10 schedules. Now our constitution have 12 schedules. Remember. Then how was the structure? Like they want to establish the All India Federation. This can be like MCQ. Remember, with this 1935 act there was provision to establish the All India Federation. So how was structure? Center had a 59 subjects, concurrent has 36, while the provinces has a 56 subjects. Means like they were in this subject they can able to make laws and all this. Then residuary power was with the Viceroy. Now means however the federation was never came into being. We know that like because the provincial government or the whatever the other partner, they never participated in the like princely government, all this they never participated, so this federation never came into being. Then with this 1935 act also the abolished diarchy, that 1990 the diarchy was established, but this act diarchy was abolished and introduced the provincial autonomy. Then ministers were responsible to provincial legislative act came into effect 1935 and discontinued with 1939. We know that that Second World War started, so they resigned all. And but one important thing is that though they abolished diarchy at the provinces, remember, but they again introduced diarchy at the center, and subjects were divided into like again reserve transferred. But however this provision never came into being. It's like this was like same like All India Federation, which never came into being. So same as this diarchy power center never came into being. Also they introduced the bicameralism into 6 out of 11 provinces. Also they abolished the Council of India established by the Government of India Act 1858. Means like there was a Council of India that was established by the Indian Act 1858, but the Secretary of State for the India was also provided team of the advisor. Remember, this was abolished with this act. Council of India then extended the franchise. Now earlier the franchise was limited 1990 act, but now that was extended to almost 10% of the eligible voters. Then they also established the RBI. Remember, RBI was established with this 1935 act only. And RBI, remember, up to 1949 47, RBI was acting as a central bank for Pakistan also and Myanmar also. Remember, that is the Burma, whatever you call it. Then they also provided for the establishment of the Federal Public Service Commission, then Provincial Public Service Commission and Joint Public Service Commission. And in 1937 they also established the Federal Court. Now the Indian Independence Act 1947. So what happened with this act? It ended the British rule over the India. They created the two independent dominions, that India and Pakistan. Then Office of Viceroy, it was abolished. Remember, Office of Viceroy, it was created by 1858 Act. It was abolished by the 1947 Act, not 1935. Remember, this can be the MCQ. Also, they empowered the Constitution Assembly to frame and adopt any constitution and repeal any act of the British government. Remember this also. Then they abolished the Office of Secretary of State for India. This can also again MCQ, and they transferred his function to the Secretary of State for the Commonwealth Affairs. Then govern remember one thing, this though 1947 the act was passed, but yet they said that until you people are going to frame your own constitution, governance or whatever the government process now, it will be with respect to, or it will be as per the 1935 act till the constitution gets adopted. So guys, with this we have covered the historical background of the Indian constitution. So we covered the part second. Please share, subscribe and like. Stay with us and enjoy and study hard. Thank you so much.